Corporate sabotage. How I fought back and cashed. You've probably heard of corporate sabotage, but I never thought I'd experience it firsthand. My boss seemed nice at first, but behind the scenes, they were playing games that could ruin careers. They took credit for my ideas, manipulated projects, and even tried to sabotage my chances for a promotion. Instead of sitting back and letting it happen, I decided to fight back, smartly. Here's how I turned corporate sabotage into an opportunity to cash in. The subtle sabotage that sparked it all at first. I thought I was just being paranoid. I worked hard, contributed great ideas, and always hit my targets. But then I started noticing things. My projects were always delayed or mishandled by my boss. They would take my ideas to senior management as their own. My efforts to shine in meetings were overshadowed by mistakes my boss made. It wasn't just annoying, it was damaging. Every day I felt like I was being set up to fail. I took control, building my leverage. I wasn't about to sit back and let my career slip away. I started documenting everything: emails, project drafts, conversations, meetings where my ideas were hijacked. This wasn't just for revenge. I needed to have proof in case things went south. And they did. The final straw, it all came to a head during a quarterly presentation. I had worked my tail off on a proposal that could have changed the game for the company. But when the meeting came, my boss presented it like they had created it all along. That's when I made my move. Exposing the sabotage. With strategy, instead of calling them out in the meeting, I decided to be strategic. I waited until after the presentation, then sent an email to senior management with the timeline of events. When I proposed the idea, when my boss approved the project, but didn't contribute, my follow-up work with clear evidence of my contributions. I wasn't being dramatic. I wasn't throwing a tantrum. I was simply presenting the facts. I also made it clear that I was committed to the team, but felt that the work deserved proper acknowledgement. The fallout and my move to cash in things didn't go as my boss expected. Senior management was already aware of the dynamics in the department, and they respected my professionalism. Soon after, I was offered a new position with a much higher salary, a direct report, making me the leader in charge. A project I had wanted to lead for a long time, but the most surprising part, the recognition I had been denied for so long, turning the situation into profit. But I didn't stop there. I leveraged the whole situation to build a new stream of income: consulting. I began offering advice on corporate dynamics, leadership, and navigating toxic environments to other professionals and businesses. Online course. I created a course on how to recognize and overcome corporate sabotage. A course that's now my biggest side hustle. Content creation. I started writing about my experience, which eventually led to partnerships with business, magazines, paid speaking gigs, and even media appearances. What was once a hostile work environment turned into a personal brand and a profitable business. The sweetest revenge. It wasn't just about getting even. The best part, I didn't just beat my boss at their own game. I built something that was mine. And I built it better than the toxic system I had been part of. By turning sabotage into strategy, I gained freedom, wealth, and respect. Things I'd been denied before. Final thoughts. You don't have to stay in a toxic situation. You can fight back, but the real key is to do it strategically and turn the entire situation into a positive for yourself. If corporate sabotage is happening to you, use it as fuel to push forward. Outsmart the system. And when you're ready, cash in.